Autumn is in the air, and it always takes me back to Central Park in New York in the 90s when we lived there. Ugh.
So much fun. That park was the best. Sheep's Meadow, all those sport games that were always going on, and everybody's in such a great mood and smells so good. It looks so good. Absolutely. Some of
I
the
can
best times of our lives
I can
were,
smell it now.
yeah, me too.
I'm in a New York state of mind. Okay, my
Loving it.
niece is cringing right now. Let's roll
Yeah.
it.
Things you do to me and everything you say. I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough.
Okay. I love it. Oh gosh.
All right.
So every
What?
weekend we used to go up to Central Park, ride our bikes up there, walk up there, everything, and it was so great. What's one of your
Every
favorite
oh
things
my
about
God,
it? Yeah.
those walks, that would be the workout because 10 blocks is a mile. And I
Hmm.
remember I'd walk from East Village to the park. No, I would take the train to the park. And then I would walk the park. And then the best thing, I would try to like walk back down as far as I could, but would stop by Trump Tower. The best thing was free bathroom. I swear to God, that was the best thing Trump Tower was for.
Escalator.
Up the
Yeah.
escalator,
Yeah.
bathroom on the right.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, no, that reminds me of the story
I
that I
I
produced for
remember
People
that.
magazine,
I totally
and it
remember
was
this.
based on the first season of The Apprentice, which ended in 2003. So this was actually 2004, a little into the 2000s.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I was at Trump Tower, and we were shooting Trump and all of the contestants on The Apprentice. And he
The
came up
first one with Amarosa,
with
right?
Omarosa. She was
Okay,
on it,
yeah.
exactly. And we're down in a location van downstairs outside of Trump Tower. This is like a big van that the whole crew gets in and cruises to where they're shooting, and we parked it there in front of Trump Tower. So Trump comes down to see everybody. He's wearing this pink tie, and I had my new
Oh,
puppy. I had a 10-week-old Boston Terrier puppy
oh, was it
named
Fanny?
Fanny. Yes,
Oh,
I know. Sadly, who I lost in 2018, but she was a baby, and I thought it would be so funny to have Trump hold her, and it would be like my
that would be
Christmas
so
card. You remember?
cute.
Because I mean, because Trump to us then was hysterical, and I thought it would be so funny. It'd be like, oh my God, I got Trump holding my puppy, and I asked him, and he's like, no, are you kidding me? I don't want that thing on my tie. Look how good looking my tie is. And I was like, I couldn't believe that. Like, who doesn't love a puppy, right? So then we go upstairs into the apartment, and I got to
Not
tell
good
you something.
PR. I thought he was a PR guy. That would have been
Oh my
great PR.
gosh. If you saw, and we are going to put up pictures. The pictures are going up. You're going to see what a gold nightmare of a mess. I'm not kidding. It was like
Oh.
gold finger. Everything was gold. Ceilings, walls,
Are you
elevators,
doing
windows, picture
James
frames,
Bond?
mirrors. Yeah, yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. And that's my fear of what this ballroom is going to look like. I'm
Ugh,
not
the
kidding you. It's
Ballroom
going to
Palace.
be a combination of the Trump Tower apartment and Versailles. You know what I mean?
And
Just
the Oval Office.
and the Oval Office. Yes, all those adorable gold cherubs everywhere.
And
But it
possibly
was,
the Rose Garden Del Taco patio might be, all
yeah.
these new looks
Oh
are
my
so.
gosh, so
Is there an
fabulous.
interior decorator involved?
Yeah.
Um, you were in the middle of the gold nightmare. That is so funny.
Oh my God, gold, gold everywhere. You have never seen so much gold. It was so
I
bad.
can't imagine you
Oh.
there. That's so funny. Like just being surrounded by all of that. What's with him and gold? It's so weird.
It's a little bit much for me. But I mean, but if we go back into the 90s and talk
Yeah.
about New York at that time, I can't even tell you how fortunate I was. I mean, I worked for a fantastic director, photographer by the name of Stefan Sednaoui, and I'm still very close with him and often do projects to this day.
Uh,
But
he
I mean,
visited us in Mallorca in Spain.
100%.
We had the
And
best time.
yeah, we had just the best time. He had a great apartment that was on the corner of Lafayette and Houston, and everybody and their brother was there. I'm not kidding you. The phone would ring. It's Anthony Kiedis. It's Billy Corgan from what? The Smashing Pumpkins. Oh my gosh, the Coen brothers are here. Yo-Yo Ma is here. Kylie Minogue is here. It
Madonna's
was
on the phone. That
Oh my,
story was
oh, wait,
funny. I
oh my
remember that.
gosh, the Madonna story was the best, Carolyn. I can't even tell you.
When she called you.
When she called us up, yeah, she called up, and whoever she was speaking to, I'm sure Stefan's agent, said, well, his assistant's name is Kristen. So when you call, just make sure, it's the right number. So she called up, and she's like, is this Kristen? I said, yes. She's like, this is Madonna. And I think I fell off the chair. I literally think I fell off the chair. Stefan and I still laugh about that to this very day.
That is so funny. And he
So-
is such a great storyteller too. I could just imagine you guys rolling with those
Yeah,
stories.
we got to get him on because he's pure entertainment.
Who
He
was
now lives
shooting-
in Tokyo. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
go
we
ahead.
have to get Stefan on. Please come
Yeah.
on sometime.
He
Who
will.
was shooting the People magazine story?
Michael O'Neill.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic portrait photographer
great.
based in New York
Wonderful.
City. Yeah, a wonderful, wonderful guy.
Kitty,
Yeah,
the studio
we
manager.
love Kitty, Michael's studio manager. Was really lucky to work with Michael. Did so many fantastic jobs.
Oh yeah, he's wonderful.
Yeah,
He's amazing.
produced a ton for Vanity Fair, a ton for Fortune, a ton for Sports Illustrated. Just really, really lucky, really lucky. Got to tell you that.
Yeah, you were. You had great jobs. I'll never forget the job you handed off to me from Ellen von Unworth. That was like my first biggie. Woo!
It was.
I was
I'm
like,
sure
and we
it
were
was
doing like
overwhelmed.
shoes.
Yeah, I was
Wait,
like
wasn't
juggling
Ellen-
10
wasn't-
jobs.
I don't know if
you
it
know.
was. Wait, yeah, it was Ellen von Unworth. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, all that was so amazing. And you bring up Madonna. I remember she came to the studio. I was working at Industria Super Studio,
Yeah.
and she would do Rock the Vote. She was doing Rock the Vote. Remember those? Those were so
Yes,
cool.
yes, I do
In her
remember
like
Rock the
black
Vote.
army boots and just and a
Yes.
flag draped around her.
Oh yeah, she was everything then.
She
to
was
us,
so good
too.
at getting people to vote too. That was kind of
Yeah,
you know.
because people listened to her. She was like, the end all be all. She was so major.
Yeah, she was really
Yeah.
great with all, AIDS in the 80s and 90s and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So she had quite a great following already with, people mobilizing and getting
Yeah.
people out there to the polls.
Exactly. But you have such a good story with Madonna too. Come on.
Well, everyone in New York does have their 5 minutes with Madonna. Mine's a little bit longer, and it was great. And it involves our
good.
other friend from college, Corinne.
Mm-hmm.
We were working Corinne brought me in at a catering job at Pam Dorazio Catering.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is where I first started listening to Howard Stern. And that is another second part of the story because we have some fun Trump stuff on Howard Stern.
Yeah.
But so 3 weeks into living in New York, we've been dropping food off for Madonna at this mysterious shoot she's doing with Stephen Meisel.
Secret location.
Secret locations at the Gaiety.
Yeah,
where
love
she's
it.
whipping gay boys.
Yeah,
in a
exactly.
white gown.
I forgot
And I
because it
go
was-
back and report like what was going on that day.
Yeah.
Well, this latest one was at the Chelsea Hotel.
Yeah.
I had been up all night working at Andrew Fez's show because I'm trying to make money left and right.
Doing like
And
6 jobs at once, always. Yeah.
She was on a potato diet, so I literally was walking in with a microwave and a bag of potatoes. And, super butch. But Paul Cavaco, who's the art director, came up and said, "Hey, do you want to be in some pictures today?"
Yeah.
And,
Art director.
You know me, uninhibited. I'm all like,
I
"Hell
love
yeah!"
Paul. Yeah. Yeah.
And Madonna was like, "Hey, did they beat your face yet?" And I didn't kind of learn the language. I'm like, I hope no one hurts me. No, but Stephen Meisel was the shooter. Remember, he wore the black fedora. Remember,
and the long black trench coat. Yeah.
It was his
exactly.
look, and he owned it, and it was cool.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, I get back in. They put me in a vinyl bustier, 4-inch heels. Mind you, zero technology at this point. So I have told no one. I have no one to text.
I know.
Everyone's at work. I was alone with the Madonna story of the
I
life.
know. In
But-
fishnets and 4-inch
I
heels.
have no support systems in place. But no, I go back into the room. I'm in these high heels. I'm in the garters. We've got Chiclet over here. We've got Stella here. And then there's this gorgeous guy named Dave with long blonde hair on the sofa, and Madonna topless. And what's the first thing I say?
Your boobs look great.
Good memory. Oh my God, your boobs are real. So that's how it started the day. Everyone's roaring, laughing after that. We end up chasing each other around the room. Dave and I start talking. Then we start kissing. We're both from Ohio. Crazy.
Oh my gosh.
And
Well, did it end up in like a wrestling match or something that you were wrestling
I
with
mean,
her?
there was a point where I pushed her down on the ground, but she loved it.
Really?
The more I hurt, I pulled her hair at one point. We'll have to put up some pictures while we're talking about
100%.
this too.
And tell them, the book was called The Sex Book.
Sex
And it was
Book.
big. It was a big book. And remember, the cover was metal.
Metal, yeah.
And the word was punched into it, I think. It was like a raised.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
It was. They didn't make a lot of them either. But wait, so so we get back. Wait, we're back in the wardrobe room changing, and I was my alone time with Madonna. That was like more meaningful than anything because it was just quiet, and all the guards are down, and I was just like, "I'm so sorry if I hurt you," and she's like, "Oh, girl, please," which made me love her even more. She's like, oh.
Yeah.
But 6 months go by. They come to the studio, Stephen and her, to do photos for Vogue, which are some of my favorite cool pictures.
Right.
Of Madonna sitting
And
like
let
on the
everybody
curb and
know,
watching.
Industria is a big soundstage studio. It had multiple studios, and it's down on the Lower West Side of Manhattan. And it was owned by Fabrizio Faria, which is who was
One
also
of the
a very big.
he was the big
fashion
name
photographer.
behind it. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, exactly.
It was
so I
the
just kind of
first. There
trying
was
to give everybody the background, but go ahead.
You're
Sorry.
right, because there was one in Milan, and then he started one, and he saw a vision in the West Village. It was a meat district.
Yeah.
When we started that studio, there were still cows, raw meat hanging
Yeah,
right down the street.
I remember,
Outside,
yeah.
they would hang them on a conveyor belt. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
There was still there was a remnants of a train that went through buildings, which is now the walkway.
I don't know. You know what?
No, I know because we're not in New York.
I know. I know it goes by Chelsea Market. I know that it's really.
Yeah.
I just haven't really.
The
gone back to New York
High
a lot.
Line, the High Line.
Okay.
We are so not New Yorkers anymore, but New York
Okay.
is so different now.
Yeah.
6 months go by.
Yeah.
They come in. Steven says she wants to see you, so I go up, and I'm thinking that they picked one photo.
Yeah. Yeah.
And by the way, I saw Steven Meisel at Anna Sui show, and I'm like, Steven, if you use any pictures, don't use the one of me on the mantle. Oh my God, my thighs.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, Carolyn. Okay. Like he's gonna listen to me. They get the pictures back. Madonna said they were crying, laughing so hard that they had to make a comic book strip out of it.
Yeah.
So it's Gita goes to the Chelsea. So
I
guess
remember
what?
this. Yes.
She made Dave and I have an incestual relationship.
Oh my God.
And I broke out of the halfway house with Chicklet, and we busted in on their date at the Chelsea. Stella was bringing up beer from the deli downstairs. So they just kept, and Madonna had a huge role, like putting all the little sayings by everyone's mouth, and we were laughing so hard.
I love it. Oh.
We were laughing so hard, and so I kept all my clothes on. And of
a
course,
bonus.
Stephen Meisel put that picture of me front and center on the
Right.
mantle. Guys, out.
I guess he listened to you.
Oh yeah, I was a big
Oh my God. You make me
editor
laugh.
back then of what
Yeah.
to do. So it was
funny.
funny, and that was my Madonna story, and I love it to this day. And
Your
And
Madonna
I-
story is better than my Madonna story.
that's it. That's it. I mean, I did see her a couple times after that, but nothing
Yeah.
like that day. That was
hear ya.
so much fun.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
New York in the 90s when just
Yeah.
anything could happen on any given day, like
Yep.
you could run into someone. And I loved when you would call me up and say, hey, there's half-eaten ham and Swiss.
No, I would do this. This is what I do.
How would you say that?
Hold on. Hi, Carolyn. Hi. Are you hungry? Remember? And you'd be like, well, kind of. I go, okay, I just stepped over a open-faced sandwich of a ham and Swiss. Are you interested?
Yeah, hold that for me. No.
I used to do it to Laura, too. I'd be like, Laura, I think you dropped your hairbrush on the corner of 3rd Avenue and 10th Street. I swear to God, I saw it. Do you want me to bring it home?
Well, you didn't call up because we didn't have cell phones.
I did. Maybe I called you from a payphone.
Yeah.
I
You
might
would
have
do
called
it
you
as a
because
joke.
we used to use
You would
payphones
call the
all the
house
time.
phone. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
We had that house landline. But you would do so many productions. We both did on facsimiles and landlines.
That's it. Landlines. Exactly. I mean, I had a typewriter, type everything out, like my call sheets and all that, and then fax them through.
And I feel like in the 90s too, people were just so much more accepting of everybody because we were interacting. And so everyone already knew backstories. They
Yeah.
didn't have to get one like headline and like agree with it right
Yeah.
away like they do on social media without knowing
Yeah.
the beautiful
people
things people bring to the table by
Yeah.
talking to them.
People didn't hide behind their phone screens or their computers. You know what I'm saying? Everything was just like, it was out there. You know what I mean?
With their crazy handles.
Yeah. If you wanted to talk to somebody or spend time, you call them up on their landline and be like, meet me at St. Mark's Place and 2nd Avenue in 20 minutes. All right. Sounds good. See you then. You know
That's
what I
how
mean?
we got together and made
Yeah.
plans.
Always.
Not that long ago, but seems like a lifetime ago after all the technology.
Well, it was 30 years ago. That's kind of
Was
long.
it?
right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Maybe a
Time
little more than
flies.
that.
I
Yeah.
have a picture I just found too of
Yeah.
I'm going to overlay it in this
Okay.
of us when the Berlin Wall came down. We were in New York.
Yep. And they had
Um,
a big piece of it flown to the Upper West Side. I think it was outside
yeah,
of either MoMA when MoMA was up on the Upper East Side,
makes
or
sense.
or some museum. I don't know if they're. I'm not sure which museum, but yeah, it's pretty cool, that big chunk of the
I
Berlin
love
Wall
that
that they brought
wall
over.
coming down because
Yeah.
it just goes hand in hand with what we're trying to do here, and that's get us talking,
Yeah.
guards down,
Yep.
screens down,
Yep.
walls down. It's just
Exactly.
about us coming together as the only team in this country are the people.
Yeah.
So we got to stop the hate,
Mm-hmm.
got to bring in the love, got to
Got it.
bring the understanding.
Acceptance, respect, just start talking, and let's just become more of a unified nation. It just makes it such a better place to live.
Patience with each other, patience. And
100%.
I know there's a lot we're dealing with the craziness. Like this just came through. This is what we deal with on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So the East Wing was leveled. We talked about that last
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
We don't know if this is real or not, but we saw in some social media posts that the hardcore MAGA supporters are demolishing the east side of their homes in support of the demolition of the East Wing. And this is like similar. This is so when Trump had that bullet nick his ear, where there's, by the
The
way, no
AR, you mean
scar.
when the AR-15 hit his left ear?
Yeah, and his
Yeah.
ear should be gone, but it's intact with not one mark.
Yeah,
Everyone came
exactly.
out with the same square bandage.
People were walking around with a square bandage on their left ear.
This is one of my main things with what's going on right now.
Okay.
How are people? Why? How are they falling doing this? And I want to be understanding. I want you to come on here and tell us in the messaging or hit us up. We will even call you and interview you.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
See, here's the thing too about why we're talking about New York. We grew up with this guy.
Yeah.
Grew up meaning in our 20s we became adults. We know exactly who Donald Trump is.
He was the comedian of New York City. We used to
He
wet
was
our
the
pants laughing.
butt of so many jokes
I know.
for obvious reasons.
Oh,
Because he
they're so
doesn't care.
rude.
He'll
Yeah.
say do anything. He is
Yeah.
the human wrecking ball. He is proving
Yeah.
to be like with the East Wing. But
Yeah.
he does it to himself. He does it to himself. And,
This is what I want to say to that. I think a couple things about the whole kind of this is an
Oh,
example like of wrecking, like doing what our fearless leader is doing. I think that number one, people want to feel like they belong to something.
true.
And number two, it is a little bit of a cult. And when you're deep into a cult like that, you believe, I mean, nothing can sway you. You
That is
are,
so
you know what I'm
true.
saying? So I
Yeah.
think those are really valid points. And but I think, even though I think it's one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my entire life, that people are now destroying the left side of their east side of their
It's
houses.
hysterical. And that is
Yeah.
so typical of hardcore, not like everyone that voted for Trump, but like those supporters that do that stuff.
Yeah.
My point I was trying to make before was so many people, their only first recognition of Donald Trump was The Apprentice.
Yeah.
They don't realize that that was just a fake office that production guys made, and all that whole
TV.
production came out with a documentary about why and how they did that, and they just can't believe that. Well, where Trump is smart is he knows how to fool people. He did it then, he does it now, and when he was a Democrat back then and pro-choice, and then he saw the shift with the black president. Started with the birth certificate. And it just kind of all unfolded from there. He just kept going with it because that's his
That's
his
mode-
antennas, where his
mode of
antennas go.
operation. Yeah.
What can get me more likes? Like what can get more support? What can And his goal was always to get in politics because he tried. He tried to do that since
Did he
early
try to run
'90s.
for mayor of New York City? I can't even remember. Did he?
I don't know, but he probably talked about it because he wanted to do that.
Probably, yeah,
But
exactly.
he wasn't going to get any support in New York when I had just got there. He did a whole front page, not a front page, a full page ad in the New York Post. Central Park 5 innocent teenage black men that had nothing to do with I don't know, was she killed and raped? It's a poor woman in New York.
The Central Park runner? She lived.
Yes.
She lived.
She did live. Okay, good. But I'm just saying, like, out of nowhere, with no evidence, no nothing. He's been known to do these types of things forever.
Yeah.
I'm talking like Trump.
Yeah, I
This
know.
is
I
a
noticed
full-page
that.
New
The
York
big,
Post
beautiful
ad.
paper. Yeah.
Vogue, Vogue, Vogue.
You're funny. You're funny.
So that's a lot of people's first impression of him was The Apprentice, is my
Yeah,
point. That was my
exactly.
point from before.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love this quote by Mark Twain. It's easier to fool people than to convince them that they've been fooled. And that is so right now.
It is right now.
And there's many people that are want to crack. They're trying to get away, but you're right about the identity. They have this identity, and it feels so much better to be heard and
Yeah.
believed and supported.
And to belong to something. They
And
want to
it's their
belong.
comfort zone, and that's what people call the MAGA cult. I get that. And I
Yeah.
get that people like to feel like that, but at some point, everybody, we got to just use our common sense and our critical thinking and use your eyes and ears. Believe them. Believe them. They're telling us every day.
Exactly. That's true, girl. Well,
Yeah.
this has been good. I love catching up about the
I
old
miss
days.
New York.
Yeah, me too. Me
But it's
too.
different. It's so different now. But yeah, that was a good little wrap up. A little nutshell of our experience.
Absolutely. Good times. Good times.
Yeah. Do you want to
Exactly.
end on one of your
I am going to do a
quote?
little quote and then we can wrap it up, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right, let's find a good one today. Kindness. Loaning someone your strength instead of reminding them of their weakness. Boom. If you really enjoyed what you heard today, enjoyed our conversation, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. It goes a long way, and we super appreciate you. Have a great
Thanks,
day.
everybody.
Have a great day.
Thanks for hanging out. Have a great one. Make the most of it. Bye.